Okay, so this is going to be my first video. Um, I'm going to do videos about Red versus Blue, go over every episode, first couple seasons. I'm going to do the whole season at once. Be quicker. I believe that would be a quick way to do it and catch up. When they start season 15, that's when I'll start the episode by episode by episode. Um, while doing this, doing the catch up, there will be certain plot twists that are very, very keen to other events that happen, that will happen, and to explain, well, now that we know this, it explains why all this was allowed to happen. So let's start off with season 1 of Red versus Blue. Starts off with everybody, them giving everybody's name, the intro, who's part of Red Team, who's part of Blue Team. Um, and then the show officially starts with the famous gag of "Why are we here?" Griff and Simmons go on talking about, oh, how this war's stupid. I joined to fight aliens, not some Blue Team. Griff and Simmons, of course, are part of the Red Team. At this point, flashes over to Tucker and Caboose, or to me, Tucker and Church, who are up on the cliff, spying on them. Church is using the sniper rifle to look down. Tucker and Caboose have a couple things back and forth about, oh, why don't I? Tucker wants to know why he never gets the sniper rifle. He's getting pissed that he always got to ask what's going on. Church gets mad that he has to explain what keeps going on, that he can't hear what they're saying. He can only see what they're saying. Flashback to the Reds. Sarge, the Red leader, calls Simmons and Griff down off the top of the base to inform them about a new recruit coming. They explain that, yes, a new recruit's coming. At this point, Lopez, not revealed at this time, but it is revealed later in the episode, or later in the season, that Lopez is a robot, brings around the Warthog. The Reds argue over the name. Anybody who played Halo knows that it's called the Warthog. And what Griff's like, well, it looks more like a Puma. And they have all back and forth. They all make fun of him over the name. Eventually they decide, yeah, to keep the name Warthog. Church informs Tucker that they got a car. They make a comment about it looks more like a Puma. Or a Puma. Tucker complains about not getting a car. Church is like, what are you complaining about? We're getting a tank in the very next drop. They flash back. They now flash ahead to when Donut finally arrives at Red Base. He's wearing the same color armor as the sergeant is. They explain that only 2 people wear that shade of red, and that's recruits and sergeants. Flash over to Blue Base. We were introduced to Caboose, my favorite. He's talking about how he was on the ship, and he's talking about how we gonna get the tank down to them. The guy says, "Oh, we're gonna take them on the ship," and the guy's like, "Well, if we have a ship, why don't we just put guns on the ship?" Tucker says, "Dude, you're ruining the moment." Tucker then says, "You know what? Forget what I said earlier. You can't pick up chicks with a tank." Then they start talking about, sorry, skip the part. Flashing back over to Simmons and Griff and how they tricked Donut and go into the store to get headlight fluid and elbow grease. Donut not being that smart, falls for it. When he gets away from the base, he's like, "Oh, I'm going to talk to the sergeant about this, thinking they could trick me." Elbow grease, really? When I get back with that headlight fluid, I'm going to talk to Sarge. Flash back over to Caboose, Church, and Tucker. Church reveals that he has a girlfriend back home. Caboose says, "My dad said he's not going to get married. His dad said, why buy the cow when you get the milk for free?" Church is like, "Did you just call my woman a slut?" Tucker's like, "I think she just called him a cow." At this point, Church is upset. You just called his girl a fat slut. So they trick Caboose into standing at attention next to the flag, claiming a general is on his way to come over to inspect the base. And it's very important that he's at the flag. Moments after Caboose walks into the base to stand at attention at the flag, Donut walks up behind Tucker and Church, thinking he's at the store. They tell him that he better get in the base or he's not going to be, Church says he's going into base or he will not be responsible for his actions. Excuse me. Donut walks in and Caboose automatically thinks he's a general because Church and Tucker said that he'll be one of the two that he'll be the one that doesn't look like those two. So, yeah, Donut walks in with red armor. Caboose, not being the stupidest of them all, thinks Donut is the general. Donut asks for elbow grease or headlight fluid. Caboose says, we don't have none of that. All I have is this flag. Donut and Caboose have a little back and forth about, or if he doesn't take something back, they're going to be upset. So Caboose gives him the flag, and Donut walks out with the flag. At this point, Caboose walks outside to Tucker and Church and says, hey, the general came by and took the flag. Before Caboose came out, they were Church and Tucker are talking about driving the tank. Church tells Tucker to get in. Tucker says he doesn't know how to drive it. They're like, who the hell? Realize nobody knows how to drive the tank and wants to know why the Army would send them a tank that nobody knows how to drive. Flash to the Blues on top of base. Church is using a sniper rifle to look for the guy who just took the flag. He gets him in a sniper rifle scope, and he shoots 4 times and misses. Church is not a great shot. We come to find out later on why this is. Griff heard the shots. He's using a sniper on top of red base. At this point, he does see Church running across the field because Church had made Tucker go through the teleport, but teleport didn't come out, or Tucker did not come out the other side. So Church jumps off the base and starts running, tells Caboose to stay at the base. At this point, yeah, Griff sees Church running. Then he sees that Donut has the flag. They get in a Warthog. They go to help Donut. Before Griff and them get there, Tucker comes out of the teleporter. He's covered in all black armor. He yells at Donut, thinking Donut is the sergeant because of the color of their armor. It says, freeze, Sarge. Donut realizes he's not the Sarge. Tucker then thinks, oh, wait, I went back in time. Starts explaining everything that happened. Church reveals, you didn't go back in time. This is just a new recruit. While they're arguing over this, Griff and Simmons shows up with the Warthog and attack Church and Tucker. Tucker and Church run up on the cliff and hide behind a rock. Griff informs Donut to go back to base with the flag, that they will take care of the Blues. Caboose gets in debates on if he should stay at the base or if he should get in the tank and go help Tucker and Church. He decides to get in the tank. He gets in the tank, and the AI that's inside the tank runs the tutorial program. It shows Caboose how to run the tank. You see Caboose driving the tank all around the map, learning how to use it. Eventually, he gets control of it and goes to the battle. At this point, Griff and Simmons get out of the Warthog and decide to try to flank the Blues, go around the other side of the cliff. When they realize that, oh, wait, I can't go this way, that's when Caboose rolls up behind them. opens fire as they're running away with the auto fire locked on. When the Sheila, the tank, thinks that it has killed the Reds, it looks for a new target and locks onto Church and kills Church. Tucker then calls Caboose the most famous team-killing fucktard. Church's last words is that to Tucker that he hated him the most, and Church passes away. Flash over to the Red base. Griff and Donut and Simmons are on top of the base talking. Donut asks where's the Jeep as. Right as that happens, you hear the tank fire, and the tank or the Jeep flips over on top of Red base. Sarge is away from the base at this time, but he's coming back to the base just as this is going on. He radios down, letting him know that he's coming in for a landing. Griff tells Sarge what's going on, and Sarge, while he's on the plane, opens up an airstrike. Right as the tank is about to be hit, Caboose gets out of the tank, and the tank is destroyed. Caboose is upset that his friend Sheila, the AI from the tank, has passed away, or has died. When they get back to Blue Base, Caboose is getting the black armor off of Tucker, and Tucker calls command saying that they need more men. The command makes a joke about, dude, how long have you guys been down there? Tucker then explains what's happening. They said, well, here's your choice. You can either be 16 weeks for another team to get there, or freelancer in a couple hours. Of course, smart move. They choose, we'll take the couple hours. So, command informs them that they will be sending freelancer techs to come and help. At this point, Church comes back as a ghost and tells him not to let Tex get involved, and that Tex is the reason why him and his girlfriend broke up. And that Tex attacked his last base and killed everybody but him. Tex killed his best friend Jimmy by pulling out his skull and beating him to death with it. Which at that point, Tucker says, this doesn't seem physically possible. And Church goes, that's the same thing Jimmy said. Flash over to Red Base. Griff explains to Sarge what had happened. Back over to Blue Base. Tex uses Caboose for target practice while Tucker fills her Tex in on what's happening. Tex goes to get the flag back. Donut wants a new armor for getting the flag. Tex throws a sticky nade onto Donut. Lands on his helmet. Simmons and Griff have a little back and forth on what it is. Donut thinks it's sputtered, or something that's not sputtered, some blue pulsing thing. The nade goes off and hurts Donut. Tucker goes to grab the sniper rifle to see what's going on, and there's Caboose already with the sniper rifle watching it. And Tucker's mad, why does he never get the sniper rifle? At this point, anybody who's ever played Halo, that voice comes on saying, blue team flag return. Church is mad that they let Tex get involved. Church tells the Blues that Tex is his girlfriend. At this point, they come up with a plan on how to help free Tex because Tex has been captured by the Reds. Explain that Tex has an AI. Tucker and Caboose go through the teleporter to get the black armor, so they think that there's more freelancers there than there really are. Church, being a ghost, the reason I keep saying ghost, it is revealed in later season that he's not a ghost, that he is an AI. Hold on, just lost my spot. When Church goes over to Red Base, he possesses the sergeant. knocks out Simmons, lets Tex know what's going on. While this is all going on, and in a couple scenes here, you see what looks to be Church in full armor. But a second ago, when you just saw him, he was see-through, he was white. You could tell he was a ghost. And later in Season 3, it explains why multiple times up through Season 1 and Season 2, you see extra people on set or extra churches in the canyon. So I'll explain that when I get to Season 3. Sarge says he has never seen Cactus this good ever since he was on Iron. At this point, this is Church taking possession of Sergeant the Red Leader. Yeah, so Church explains himself to Tex. Tex, we end up finding out in Season 10, knows what the real thing going on with Church is. She accepts it because she knows the truth. Church gets back into Sergeant, and then they go to walk out of base. Church and Tex are talking about how they're going to get away. At this point, Caboose, having the sniper, sees Sarge, thinking Sarge still has Tex as a prisoner. Snipes Sarge, killing him, and freeing Tex. Sarge's armor goes into lockdown. Sarge and Church talk in the afterlife. It's not really the afterlife. As I said, you're going to find out in Season 6. Season 6 that Church is an AI. So when they're in the afterlife, they're not really in the afterlife. They're just in armor lockdown. As they're there, they see that Griff is performing CPR on Sarge. Sarge makes a joke about how I never got to tell Griff he was my son. Realize he's really not his son. He just wanted to mess with Griff one more time. The CPR does revive Sarge. Sarge never remembers anything of the afterlife, but then Sarge yells at Griff for doing CPR for a bullet wound to the head. Some time has passed. Donut has come back with pink armor now. But he doesn't call it pink. He calls it lightish red for getting the blue flag. In the whole entire thing with him, Griff, and Simmons, he says, why would Command give me pink armor? Griff just don't ask, don't tell. Which if people don't know what that means, that's a joke to the old military saying where you weren't allowed to be openly gay in the military. So the saying was, nobody asks you if you're gay, don't tell nobody you're gay. Sergeant comes up with Lopez, asks Donut if he has anything for him. He gives him a sound card. This is where it's revealed that Lopez is a robot. He puts the sound card in, the voice card in, and Lopez can only speak Spanish. Flashback over to Blue Base. Tucker and Caboose are still cleaning the armor. Their armor off. Tucker is completely clean at this time now. They're starting to clean Caboose's helmet. Tex and Church have a little fight. Caboose and Tucker trick Tex into staying, saying, well, we paid for you to come get us our flag back. We could have let you stay in Red Base as a prisoner. We risked our lives to come save you. You owe us. So Tex agrees to stay in to help them. But as soon as they win the fight, she's gone. So they said, she asks how do you need them. They really need a tank fix. She says she can fix the tank. Caboose says, even if they do get the tank fixed, how are they going to flip it? And in the background, Tex flips the tank, which is a little odd, because in Season 3, Tex calls for the Red and Blues because she needs help carrying a bomb, and it is revealed that Caboose is very, very strong. Now, why would Tex be able to flip the tank now, but not be able to flip it and pick up a bomb that Caboose could pick up in Season 3, but Caboose can't flip this tank that Tex can? Have a little theory on that. Don't want to ruin something that's going to happen revealed in the next season, or will happen in the next season. I'll bring that back up in Season 3. Church goes up on the cliff to check on the Reds to see how they're doing. And Church realizes that they have not had bared his body yet. While he realizes this, Tex and Tucker have a little conversation about how she's not as mean as she thought it was. He said, or she says, well, I think you should enjoy what you're doing, what you do for a living. Tucker makes a little joke, so if I was to pay you, you would kill Caboose right now? And she goes, are we talking figuratively, or should we start talking numbers? Caboose and Tucker go up to the cliff with Church. They have a little thing about why they should send his body back to his loved ones. Tucker asks Tex, hey, as one of Church's loved ones, would you like to say anything? She ignores him and goes back to fixing the tank. Church comes up with a plan to get the AI out of her, or that he has to go warn the Reds that she's coming to kill him, because if she kills him, she's going to leave, and then he can never find a way to get the AI out of her head. Apparently, the Tex heard this because after Church leaves, Caboose is using a sniper rifle and sees that the Reds have a new girl. All the Reds are seeing Donut in pink armor, and they haven't heard that, hey, it's still the same guy, it's just he now has pink armor or lightest red armor. And Tucker says, they get a girl, why can't we get a girl? Tex goes, you realize I'm standing right here and I can hear you. And Tucker's like, but I mean a girl. And Tex is like, what does that even mean? They back off, and then Tucker's like, oh wait, if she heard that, did she hear the whole plan about Church going to warn the Reds? Caboose, being the idiot, looks down at Tex and goes, hey Tex, did you hear Church's plan about warning the Reds that you're fixing the tank? And Tex just ignores him and goes back to fixing the tank. As they get over there, Church possesses Lopez, but Lopez can only speak Spanish, so no one understands what he's trying to warn them. Tex then fixes the tank. Caboose calls Church to tell him. At this point, Omega, Tex's AI, jumps from Tex to Caboose, and Tex goes off to attack Red Base. Sarge picks up Simmons and the Warthogs, only for it to be destroyed 2 seconds later. Donut comes up on top of the base to see what the hell's going on. They inform that that chick that just attacked them and put that nade on his head that made him had the pink armor is back. So he throws a nade. Apparently, Donut has a great arm and throws the grenade halfway across the canyon, landing on Tex's chest and killing her while she's in the tank, destroying the tank once again. Church runs up in Lopez's body, runs up to Tex, and Tex informs him that the AI is gone. unaware that it is in Caboose. And that is the end of the first season. I will start watching season 2 now and go through the whole thing again like this. Hope you guys enjoy it. And just so you guys know, if I'm ever yelling at Midnight or Princess, Midnight, Midnight. See, that one pop in his head right now? That's Midnight. He's my doggy. And Princess, Princess Saya. And that's my little Princess Saya. I yell at them a lot. But they're my princesses and my Midnight. I love them. So, I hope you guys enjoy it. And I hope be doing this for a lot longer. Really can't wait for season 15 to come out.